We back.
They missed us.
We back, bro. They missed us. They were like, please do another podcast. Please, bro. Hurry up.
I know. You can't run from the real shit. It's just real too real.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's keep it too real.
I'm going to tell you, I mean, we've been vacation. We
all
did
sorts of shit.
races.
Living life, baby. Living life.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, we just get shit done. We do stuff, whatever. We can't just be around, just stand around Florida all
Make
day.
videos for you guys every day.
I got stuff. There's a whole world out there we got to go see, dude. We got to accomplish our goals.
That's it.
So how you guys doing? You guys doing all right out there? CB Lifestyle and Apparel.
Check me out. Got some new product.
It's the Lou and Mo podcast. I'm Lou. That's Mo.
Like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff.
I appreciate the comments.
We appreciate
I see you.
about to go on 100 videos.
Rob, I see you.
We're gonna make a 100th video anniversary video.
You know what I'm saying? That's. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. By
man.
the way, we are about to hit
Next
100
video.
videos.
100 videos.
Come on, bro. Who saw that coming?
You know what I mean?
You know how many times I was like this? I don't want to do it anymore.
We just keep doing them.
But I was like, you know what? Let's just do it anyway. And now we're almost at 100 videos. So I appreciate the support
The love,
and the love.
the hate.
Love Shack is a little known place where we can get together. Also, Real Talk with Mo.
Check me out.
Check me out.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Where you get the real talk with him.
That's it.
I mean, that's pretty much in the title. It's in the title.
You don't get no better than that.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, anyway. So also, where's your bling?
Oh, the bling, baby. You know what I mean?
Show a little bit of
Finish
it.
my
You hear all
spot.
them clink clanks?
Finish my Spire race.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
Look at that bling, baby.
Beast.
Ooh.
Did the 5K last
Let's
year.
do it, let's
this
do it.
one. Then it
Put it
connects like a, I don't know how that works. I think you gotta go on that side.
Oh, this time?
Yeah.
It's like
And
a
then
Power
like-
Ranger.
Bling.
Look at
Just
that.
need the bottom for Voltron to come through.
And then boom, he turns
I'm
into
gonna
a
go
damn
get that.
robot.
I'm gonna go get that this year for you guys.
You know what I'm saying? Boom, Sensu beans.
That's what being. That's how we get started. That's how we get the game.
That's how we get the game
get
going.
ready.
This is a little
Got
secrets,
little
behind the
power.
scenes
We
secrets.
energized. We'll get you some
So, okay, today's topic.
dues. Paying your dues.
Paying your
that's
dues.
That's gonna be the
bro.
name of it.
This is a big problem right now. So, it's not just in my company, but I've been dealing with this a lot, period,
Just
in
people.
general. Just people in general. Like, we're on job sites a lot, or especially, you know, him and me, and you get to see, like, you know, you get to see the hierarchy. You get to see the dude who knows, who has a skill set that he worked his ass off for a very long time. And then you get to see the guys he's bringing up. But you get to see, like, the difference between the two. And we've been dealing with this for a very long time in our careers. But the amount of actual sweat equity that goes into all of it it's hard to explain the amount of work that goes into something that you're passionate about and something that you have to do for a living. Even if it's something you're not passionate about, that you have to do for a living to feed your family. You have to get good at that, and that develops a skill that you can put on any resume, that you could take with you anywhere you want to go. It doesn't matter if you're from Florida, New York. I can move anywhere and take my skill with me, so can he. So it's just, there's a lot that goes into it, and it's not as simple as you want. But I'm gonna go deeper into it, but I'm gonna let you say what you need to say here, because it has been bugging the shit out of me.
Well,
with some of the
it's
people.
a thing about. I never expected to get paid more without learning more. Right? I don't know. And nowadays I hear it, I see it, and it's a lot of people out here. They expect, but to me, I guess it's been going on forever. But you expect more than you think you deserve. Like, you think you deserve more, and it's like you especially working, right? You didn't develop any skills. Like, there's some jobs that people get that aren't skillful jobs, right? That's why they can replace you with a computer. They can put a kiosk in the middle of it, and it can do your job, because it's not a skilled job. Like, a cashier is not a skilled job. It's a job. It's something that I respect. You know, you got to make money, whatever it is. Yeah. But, like, that's not a skill.
Let's be honest.
Stocking shelves is not a skill. No. Like, these are not skilled jobs. So when your job gets replaced, or you don't get pay raises like you should, or this and that, these aren't skills. Like, skills are something that you have to put in time, learn, do over and over, experience, and do, and so forth to be good. Or, you know, if you go to school and you learn something, even then, I don't even think it becomes really a skill until you go out into the field and actually do it. Yeah. But I think I heard, like I was telling Lou, I was listening to the kid, and he's complaining. But then I'm watching him as he's working and stuff he's doing. He's not doing anything. Yeah. He's like cleaning up, right? But he's just a talker, but he's just cleaning up. He's not selling anything. He's not selling, so he's not a sales rep. He doesn't have skills selling. He doesn't
Can't
know any
do-
of the construction work that he was doing at the time.
Couldn't read a plan to save his life.
So it's like he has no skills, but he's complaining about how hard it is and how much money he doesn't make, and you know, you can't survive on stuff like this. And it's like, but you have no skill. Like, I don't understand. Why would you pay yourself?
Yeah. Well,
Like, if
how
I
much
was
would you
gonna
pay
hire
you?
if I asked him, would you hire yourself? Like, would you hire yourself for what? What would be the reason why I would hire you? Because what? Give me your attributes that you think are like so great. That's what you need to do for yourself. But like, think about it. Like, if you're gonna hire yourself, think about like what attributes
Do you bring to
do
the
you
table?
bring to the table? Because that's what you got to sell to somebody,
Right.
right? So you got to be like, you know, he's good with people. He's a people person. He knows this type of skill. He has this certificate. He can do this. He can do that. You got to bring all that into
Like
the
this, look. This alone. Just that alone
yeah, drawing isometric.
is a skill.
It's a skill that you have to learn.
Just
But it's not. I'm not saying that the people who learn the skills are special.
No.
They just learn the skills.
They took the time out to learn. You know how long it took me to learn how to
Right?
do
You
all
can't
that.
just go in somewhere and expect to be the boss or the CEO or the president and make all the money. It doesn't happen like that.
Let me
bro.
give you a for
I'm just
example.
giving you honest truth.
Yeah, and it sucks, and it sucks sometimes when you do realize and recognize the truth. And some people even told me before they don't understand the podcast. They don't understand. Well, understand this. This is facts, right? No matter what you do, right? Let's say you're good at what you do. X works at a restaurant. We're plumbers. The other guy works for fire sprinklers. The other guy works for an IT company, right? All these dudes are decent at they're great at their job, right? They're maybe number 2, number 3, or number 1 at their companies. But
See, even then, saying they number 1, number 2, number 3, that's them saying it.
can you?
Is
are you doing
the
it?
business saying you are the
guy.
best guy they have?
Right.
If the business ain't saying that, I
Big
don't want to hear from
difference.
you.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
Because I could go on and on about people I done heard through the business that been
Oh,
like,
right. I'm the
man, I'm like the
best."
best guy. If I leave, this company
What are they gonna do? It's going
the hill.
down.
And the company been going on for 30 years.
Right.
Like, bro, stop.
So let me just say.
You gotta be honest.
So if you are
about it.
confused about what we're talking about, let me break it down to you right now. And I'm just going to take a little sliver of my career, and he was there from the beginning of it. A little sliver of my career. I was already had started plumbing, but I wasn't great yet. I was working underneath him. I was in a toxic situation with my family. I had to move the fuck out. I had to get out of there, and I got a hotel for a little while. Moved in with my friends. That wasn't working out. I had to move in with my girl at the time's her parents. And I stayed there for a little bit, and it was embarrassing. I was not proud, but I knew I had a game plan in my head. My game plan was I got to go to school. As I go to school, I got to be doing this trade. So I was already doing the trade for a couple years before I jumped into schooling. So we were like, look, we want to get married. We had nothing. Started out with nothing, zero on our account. The only thing we were building at the time when we first met was credit, which was smart, which we didn't realize how smart that was. But we started building credit early. So we were like, how are we going to get all this stuff? There's no way. We can't even save money. So I was like, you know what we could do? We'll do this. She was like, well, it's just save to to do the wedding, and that's it. And I'm like, what? Then we're going to come back and live with your parents? This doesn't make sense. She was like, I was like, how about we do this? I want to get a car, 2 cars. I want to get a house, an apartment at least, our first real apartment. This is when I was younger, a lot younger, by the way, which is a whole nother story. But being young and doing this is really important too. Getting a house, getting an apartment, a nice one, and doing the wedding all at the same time, and furnishing that apartment for real. So I said, you know what? I was like, I only have 6 to 8 months to do this. We already booked where we wanted to go, and the plan starts from there. In the matter of 7 months, I worked for A1 Plumbing, which is another plumbing company we started at. One of the plumbing companies we started at. I worked for Champagne Plumbing at the same time, and I worked for BJ's. Moses actually, before I was working for BJ's for a little while, working nights. So I would go to work from 7 to almost 7 o'clock at night at one point, and then at night I would do BJ's. In the process, Tuesday, Wednesday was school. Now I knew if I miss school and if I don't do this, then my future does not look right. It's not going to add up. I'm getting my sweat equity by going to work every single day and showing up on time and doing what I have to do.
Experience.
On top of it, I'm going to school and making sure that regardless of my dream, regardless of all the money I have to make right now, that future money is going to come from my schooling for sure. So I did all of those things at once, dealing and still being with the same girl and trying to making that work out, but really just the work wise. And I put in so much time in that by the time I was done with it, and we got the money and we got everything panned out. We got all the stuff we asked for. and then some. I had more money left over because we did it in I think 7 to 8 months. We did all of that. I saved a crap ton. In the process of all that, what I didn't understand what was going to happen was the amount of hours that I put into the trade to get the money out. I had to quit BJ's, by the way, because that was nothing. The only way I was going to be able to, they offered me a management position because that was the only thing that was going to make me good money. And I turned it down because my future was in plumbing, and I saw that. And Moses convinced me also. He was like, bro, what you doing at damn BJ's more? But it all worked out. But what I didn't realize what I was going to get out of it is the amount of effort and work and hard stuff I put into it. I became a better plumber because the amount of hours I was doing it, because the amount of time I was putting into it. And I was like, holy crap, this goes here. Everything started coming together a little. I wasn't ready to be great yet, but I was way better than I was when I started that 7 to 8 month mission. And I was like, wow, if I just put way more hours into this, I'm going to be fine. And eventually finished off in school, stuff like that, whatever. But I just recognized the fact that the only way for me to get good at this is for me to put as much time as I possibly can into it, and that's my
focus
time on the job and what I do after work. Even after work, if I couldn't learn something from him or the other guys we were working with, whether it was Champagne or Kyle, I would learn it by myself at home. You know how many times I've sat at my parents' garage and practiced a solder joint to try to get the perfect solder joint and found out why my oils on my fingers are ruining the solder joint. Like I found out a lot. Like I've dedicated myself to this thing every second I possibly could, and didn't disrespect the business because I have respect for the business. And that's just a 8-month period of my life. There's way more than that. There's the beginning and then the middle also, and then where I'm at now. So just to show you the amount of effort that goes into stuff like this, it's ridiculous. The amount of time I spent doing this, and he spent doing this.
Well, it takes 10,000 hours, they say, to be a master.
Yeah.
So if you didn't put in 10,000 hours, you can't be getting master pay.
And you can't start this off. I promise you this one thing. If you start this whole thing off, or even if you're 5 years in right now, and you're worried about the money only, I didn't start this off right away for the money. I started this off for the experience because the money will come. The money will come to you. I needed to find a way to enjoy what I was doing because it's not an easy job, which you told me to. You're like, bro, you don't love it. You got to do it. Eventually, I learned to really respect the business.
Yeah, respect.
And then, but I didn't do it for the cash right there. Everybody wants, what do they call it whenever you want something right away? They want gratification. They want instant gratification. You cannot do it that way. You're gonna get it, but it's down the road.
But that's with everything in life.
100%.
So I don't understand why. That's what I'm saying about when I talk to people. It's everything. People that want to lose weight, it's not instant. People that want to gain muscle, it's not instant. People that want to run a marathon, it's not instant. You just don't wake up and say, I'm going to run a marathon tomorrow and be running a marathon.
No.
Right? And finish it.
Mm-hmm.
People that want more money, it's not instant.
Mm-hmm.
People that want a good marriage, it's not instant.
How many times did I come to you complaining about the amount of money that I made, but I didn't have the skill?
But it's not instant. Yeah. It's you have to put in the work first to get back. It's sowing what you reap. It's all that shit. All that shit goes together. People will get denied or whatever, but I've seen it happen.
We've watched it.
I've lived some of it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to. You know what I mean? Like it just. But the way the people now, you just want it now. And then if you don't get it, whose fault is it? You know whose fault it is? Some person, some company, some thing, right? Something in the world, in the ether is messing with you.
Yeah.
It's not, bro. Like everybody we got a path. True. We gotta put in work. You gotta learn whatever
There's no
it is.
avoiding
if
it.
you're getting in the jobs that take no skill, you're not gonna advance.
No,
it just doesn't happen.
Definitely not.
They don't pay a lot. You know what pays the most? They say sales jobs probably pay the most, right?
Bro.
So if you want to make money, get into sales, learn skills that help you to sell.
Yeah.
Right? If you want a steady job, get into a trade because trades are always going to be here. There's no robot going to take any trade's place. No electrician, no AC guy, no plumber, no drywall. The building that they built around the corner over here by my house is no robots. They can't put robots there. It's different work though. It's for men. I would say so. It's a different work. If you're gonna go behind the counter and do some cash register, bro, don't plan on staying there, and don't plan on them giving you a raise to be the management. You got to go out and get the management raise.
100%.
Right? Go take some management classes. Learn stuff online. We got online where we got unlimited access to stuff, but nobody wants to go and learn more.
It's just super frustrating
It's crazy
when
to
I'm
me.
working with somebody. So imagine doing
I
all
hear it all the
doing
time.
all of this work, right? And then
And
the
they even
guy,
be young guys. They be like my
they're older,
age. And I'm
and
like-
they'll be telling me, "Hey, bro, like, why am I making as much as you are? I sold it. I did this. I did that. You didn't do half of the shit. You know, like whenever I'm building something or I'm making something, or and this could be with any job. Like, you understand how long it took me to get this perfect? How long it took me, and you're telling me that you're gonna do the same thing. You cannot do it the way I'm doing it, or the amount of time, or whatever it is. And I spent a lot of time getting this down, and you're telling me that you'd want the same amount of money as me, and you've been here for a couple years.
It's
How?
How? It's the same way
Doesn't
people
make any. Doesn't add up.
complain about the money, right? And then you look back and like a Jeff Bezos, you look back and you see these videos of him driving in a Honda Accord with the news camera crew in the Honda.
Pay your dues, bro.
Right? And this was in '98.
Golly.
So now you don't think the man deserves to be making what he makes after he built what he built? Come on,
course,
bro.
come
The man
on.
put in work, time, effort, just
yeah.
like you need to do with
But
yourself.
whatever you're doing.
Yeah, but you need to find something that's worth putting in the time.
If you, because you could run I say it all the time. You can run 100 miles an hour in the wrong direction.
yeah, or in
And
a
then you
circle.
wasted all your time, and you're only getting older, and you won't. And
Even the younger people, you're not getting. You're young. Like you have
You have
can
time.
You have no responsibility half the
you
time.
have time on your hands,
You
bro.
can go just do whatever. Try
Look
it.
into it. Yeah.
But complaining about it is not gonna fix it.
I was
Complaining
meant
about it, whining, ain't gonna fix shit.
I was mentoring this kid. He was he used to work at the shop at our place. We were talking about. He was really into the podcast. We were talking about stocks and bonds. We were talking about NFTs. We were talking about all this stuff, right? He started getting into it. He started meeting mentors, stuff like that. Young kid, cool as hell. And now I'm thinking I'm gonna get him to become a plumber. But I said, but my real goal was to do whatever you want to do. That is the whole goal. Do what you think you want to do for the rest of your life. This is the time to make that decision early. We got into this early. Most people get into this halfway when we like 30 something, right? But we got into it early. So a lot of people get, especially if you're young, like figuring out what it is early is good. This kid, after I spoke to him and did all that and the stocks and bonds and thinking he was going to do all this stuff, guess what he became? He became a DJ. This is something he always wanted to do. He works for a really, really legit company. He makes good money. He's all over the place. His name's Mr. Infinity, and he's doing a great fucking job, which he would have never followed that path if he didn't really start opening the doors to kind of figure out what his path. He started thinking about it at age 21 or 20 on what his path was going to be and where he wanted to take it, and that's what he chose, and he's really, really successful now. So it could be anything, but you need to start asking the right questions to yourself on what that path is going to be, on where that next move is going to be.
Yeah, but you gotta. I just the complaining, and I can only hear it once or twice, and then after that, I'm done with the complaining and the whining, because at the end of the day,
Just work.
you gotta do something. Like you gotta figure things out. You gotta put in work in whatever you do, whatever it is.
You gotta work.
Nothing just
bro.
happens.
There's so much hard work that
So-
goes into this. How hard have you worked? Think about it. Really, how hard? When you're on that job site and you're like, you're looking at your hands and your dirty feet, and you're like, God, what am I doing? And he's like, and then you have to show up the next day anyway, because you got to pay the bills.
But there's no complaining. You just do.
Just
what
go.
You do.
Just do
you
it.
Do it. You learn along
Kill
the
it.
way. I don't try to cut corners, because I feel like cutting corners is just like why I went and did the sparring race. Because at work I don't cut corners. Like I don't try to make it easy on myself. I just do it. You know what I mean? I don't try to make it hard either, but I don't try to make it easy where I get away with doing this and I do this. I do it all because in the end, like me picking up heavy stuff, sometimes that's helping me with this.
Yeah.
Well, I'm running with people that do CrossFit and all this other stuff, and I'm beating them out.
Mm-hmm.
Younger than me, stronger than me, probably whatever. But I'm using my skill every day.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I don't cut corners on stuff and be like, oh, I'm not gonna do that. I don't do that. And then I just do it all. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think it all benefits me somehow.
One way or the
Talking to
other.
people, whatever it is, the talking to people. You know what I mean? It helps me with the podcast. Help me with
customers.
My CB lifestyle and prayer. Helps me with all that
Helps
stuff.
me with
I don't
everybody.
cut corners.
help us with
So
business.
cutting corners and trying to cheat your way to the top ain't gonna
never
work.
gonna work, dude.
I'm
It's
just
never
telling
gonna
you, and nobody's gonna give it to you, and you gotta put in work. If it was easy, everybody would do it. If it was success was easy, the people that are high at the top, CEOs, all that, everybody would be winning.
There's no shortcuts.
But everybody doesn't win because everybody don't put in the
and
work.
also,
bro.
there's no fake it till you make it either. Like fake it till you make it is a slowdown. It's
Fake it till you make it in your mind.
yeah, in your mind, right.
Yeah, in your mind, you already made it.
Yeah.
You already can see where you at,
But-
where you are,
Yeah.
what you want to be. You just doing the little steps now. You looking at it from above.
Yeah.
Where you already made it, you looking down.
Mm.
That's my fake it till you make it
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I'm not saying go out there and buy a
Pretend you're the
Ferrari
guy
like
already.
you're the
You ain't
cryptocurrency
the guy already.
trader.
Sometimes,
like
you
some
know
of
what
these
was
people,
with
but
me too. Like
yeah.
I found sometimes like I took the long route. I took the long road. And sometimes it's not the best thing for everybody. But for me, the long road teaches me a lot of lessons because I feel like life's more of the.
I would love to do just one video and just tell you my life so that I could
That's what I'm looking for.
so I could go from the beginning and what my and then not even that I go. The only reason why I can tell you my life is because I go back
Yeah.
and look at the lesson that I'm learning from it.
right.
What the hell did I do wrong
The
right there?
journey.
Since 2096, right?
Yeah.
School, right? I'm thinking like, damn, what did I do
What
wrong?
did I
How
do?
did I end up going down a path and then making these
To
choices
this-
that ended
to
up
end up
messing
here.
my my timeline up, right?
You know that'll be our
like
next one.
96, 2000.
That's the next
I'm thinking like that's high school, like.
All right. We'll hold the same.
You know what I mean? 2005. I'm
That's the
like,
next one.
what was I doing? What was I thinking?
Let's do it. I
Right?
want that one. You know what? Like, subscribe, share, and make sure you tune into the next one for the little tidbit that you just got.
100th episode, baby.
100th episode. It's coming. It's coming regardless.